Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Blackfire here, back here with another one. Alright, so you see that title, you see that thumbnail, you already know what to do. Hit that like button for your boy and subscribe if you're new. Alright, so I know we in a little bit of a different setting right now. I'm up in my car, my lunch break right now at work. I actually got requested to do Joell Ortiz's latest album. And I know this album came out like last year or so like that. It's called what's it called? It's called W.A.R, With All Respect. So I wanted to go ahead and get this reaction out. I'm actually curious to see what this album's about. Joell Ortiz is a very talented artist. Can rap his ass off. He rapped with Slaughterhouse and everything. Him and King Cricket always had they collabs and stuff like that. So I'm always down to see new Joell. I didn't get to check this one out though, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. So just remember to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and then just sit here and enjoy the video. Let's get it.
Life knocked me down, hope picked me up. Life knocked me back down and face picked me up. Next time I got knocked down, I wasn't down, cause I looked around and saw that my down is somebody else's up.
Facts, perspective. Facts. Because it is true that since he's famous and everything, that his down could be other people's up. But it's like that in life, period. Like whenever you get knocked down, you have to remember that there's always a spot that's lower than yours. Or whenever you think that you doing bad, there's always someone that's doing worse. So you have to and your worst could be their better. So that was a bar right there.
I just move stealth. Energy is everything, and time is the real wealth. Don't wanna sound like a preacher, but monitor your health. Every now and then, throw on some nights and go check on yourself. Find a good partner, build a foundation, live an abundant life, absent of cloud chasing. The other night, I was in a room with stargazing. I couldn't spot the moon, but the water was still waving. Bad for the boy from the project, stuck in objects on the way to his lobby, with rocks all in his pocket. I've come a long way, so much more to go. Just know your journey to peace requires war for show. So off we go.
Okay. I like the intro. I thought I was gonna be talking throughout the whole thing because the first half of it was him speaking. But no, I like the intro. Pretty fire. Let's go to the next one. And for this reaction, I only got probably enough time to do a few songs. But then I'm gonna do the rest of them afterwards. He is real good at painting pictures. Basically, he's explaining how him and his mom was walking, and I'm thinking it's a drug. I'm thinking it's like a little drug thing. Like she bought some drugs from somebody, and told him to walk ahead. And he's picturing the drug dealers in this in that area as the boogeyman's bad guys and stuff like that. Dudes that'll scare him. When time that he grew up, the drug dealer stuff like that was very prevalent. And it was real bad for the community, which it still is. But it's so I'm guessing that's the way that he saw them, as the boogeymans and shit, especially being a little kid. So yeah. But he's painting the picture really well.
Always let me press. Now we back in the crib. She in the room with her door closed. Think she hiding it from me, but we all know.
That's very interesting. So yeah. So basically in the first verse, speaking about when his mom was buying drugs from people, but now in the second verse, he's older now and he's selling the drugs to people. So now he becomes the bad guys in the community, basically. But like, so that's what I'm saying. It's perspectives. I'm gonna go back just a little bit. All right, let's get it.
I used to move a couple grams right outside my lobby in the summer. Tank top, it was hot as a mother. I served sons and daughters, fathers and mothers, and anybody else who might have wanted work from us. You see, the dope was 10 a bag, I did 80 for the bundle. Crack was 5 a capsule, took 4 in the struggle. Just make sure them dollars is crispy, not a crumble. You try to give me change, I'm taking all that from you. Now you walking off with nothing. I wasn't always like this, y'all, I wasn't. So hear me out before y'all pass judgment. Tried to be a rapper, but I couldn't get a deal. They told me that I'm too heavy, I ain't had that sex appeal. My manager, he got 5 in the feds and Otisville, and I just had a baby. Shit is real in the field, I got bills. And another mouth to feed, I bought krills and put another ounce of D on a scale. Before I knew it, I was him. The face I used to hate, that community sent a grin. Knowing it was wrong, I sold again and again, became numb. Washing it down with a cup of gin, that boy struggling. Knowing that life of sin really wasn't him. Shit troubling, thinking what could have been. If mom ever grabbed me by the chin, looked me in my eyes and said, get back to your pen, mama love me.
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. So he was trying to do something different, trying to rap and everything, but got shut down by the label, by executives, stuff like that. Didn't think that he fit the role, as far as putting him in front of the people and being the rapper that they wanted to promote. So he went back to drug dealing, especially got a kid on the way and everything. It's just, the pressure and everything. He goes back to drug dealing, realizing that he's that bad, like, speaking about being that bad guy in the community that he grew up hating, but now he's numb to it, drinking alcohol, drinking stuff, and the only thing that saved him, or at least that's what he's saying right here, the person that saved him was his mama. Like, grabbing him by his chin, is equivalent of like grabbing somebody by the collar or some shit. And, just telling him like, bro, like get back to doing what the fuck you supposed to be doing. You supposed to be rapping. You supposed to be, getting us out of here, getting us out this thing. Why you doing that? And saying, expressing his love for his mom and everything. So this is pretty dope.
You up and lifts you higher. The devil is a liar. My
Amen.
No more drugs in the system. No more projects and public assistance. A spirit about as rich as it gets. Bible open, she quoting from a living room set with the only smile. I catch myself standing there as an only child, looking around like holy cow. My, if you never heard this before, what I give is not enough. You deserve this and more. My number one supporter, number one fan. I'm forever your little man that was holding your hand. Mama love me.
All right, so the rest is just the chorus. All right, that was a dope ass song. Shout out to all the mothers out there. If any woman is watching, mostly it's guys. So just anybody with a mother that's doing good, that's doing right by them, or at least trying, because being a parent is difficult. Just show your mom, love and respect. Mother's Day just passed not that long ago, so hopefully that y'all did something good for your mama. But let's move forward. Let's go to the next video. The next track. And this song right here is probably gonna be the last one, because I gotta get back to my shift.
Especially considering where I came from.
Beat makers, crack music.
Fortune 500 in the 500 bins. 500K liquid, that's just for tying loose ends. His rapping ass, boom bapping ass boy from the underground, and fucked around and got to this bread. Being himself, in case you wondered how. Grew up around, pluck a blow, ducking down behind cars that thunder sound. Sure to get you rested like a 5-star. Another crown, things from the block, shit hot now. Bring all the work upstairs, still bring your Glock down, cause my town was shot town. Right now, but back then was cracked in. 380s, no Dracos, just Mac 10s, we strapped in. High school. They'll rob you by the bleachers if you slipping. Higher learning. We sold drugs to the teachers. It was different. Fire burning. Staircases is where I put their ashes. We smoked with niggas and booked them. And took the book of matches. Like how you make
Come
it out
on,
of
bruh. Come on. His imagery that he's painting right now is dope as fuck. Like, you can see everything, and he's, you know, his flow and everything. He's rapping, like, you know, rapping really well. It's dope as fuck.
Shit is magic. I was skating on thin ice with that stick and caught a hat trick. 500 in the 500 bands. 500K liquid, that's just for tying loose ends. Credit 800, these banks got money to lend. To keep it 100, I got 100 less friends. More money, more problems. More money, more problems. I'm clean eating like vegans, no more beefing over blocks. Still walking in meetings with feet beefing over Brocs. Shit, I ain't changed much but my environment. The company I keep do different firing. Boss life, every day's like a retirement. But that don't bode well with folks who knew the old Joell that used to load scales and boast the most dope sales. Whipping that Park Ave into them low hotels. Now it's dinner on Park Ave in the Lowe's Hotel. And they ain't feeling that, so they say shit like, son, it's a shame. He got all that money and change, became one of them lames. He ever come through, he running his chain. Just know that I know that you said that, and I still love you the same. I understand how life choices got you stuck in disdain, but real men look in the mirror to find someone to blame. We used to go half on fries that cost $1 and some change. Now the coupe doing $1 and some change. I can't fucking Fortune 500 in the
Bro, come on. That was dope. That was deep. You know, now that he's making money, you know, which is cool for him. Like, you know, he's able to, you know, he's able to provide for his family, and he's doing real well, you know, changing the scenery and everything. But the people that knew the old him is looking at him like, oh yeah, this dude changed. This dude, you know, think he got money over here, you know, and changing up on us and stuff like that. I remember when he used to sell drugs to blah blah blah. You know, now when he come over here, we'll take everything from him. We'll take everything from him. But, you know, he's saying, like, you know, I see all y'all talking. I see all y'all talking shit. Like, you know, I'm pray for y'all. You know, because I know where y'all still at, and where I am is you know, it's difficult. It's difficult for you guys to handle, and it's easy for, instead of people, because this happens in real life. You know, when people see somebody that came from the trenches as them do better than them in life, they instead of them internalizing that and you know, be inspired by that, they'll get mad and get jealous. And then they'll you know, play victim, or they'll have this victim mentality of life happening to them, instead of knowing that they have the power to change their life. So they either want to steal from the person, or they talking shit about the person, you know. But, you know, as long as you stay humble, and you know, continue moving forward in your life, and ignore all the noise. Don't take it personally. Just know that that's coming from a place of hurt, because they don't, you know, they don't have what you have, you know, because they didn't do what you did to, you know, to make it. So yeah, man, it's a real deep message.
500 bands, 500K liquid, that's just for tying loose ends. Credit 800, these banks got more money, more problems.
Okay, then the music is fading out after this. All right, y'all. So that was the first 3 tracks. You know, the intro track, and then the you know, the last 2. I'm gonna do the rest of the album later on today. You know, I'm gonna drop this reaction first, and I'm gonna, you know, react to the rest. You know, so just be looking out for the rest of for the rest of that video. Hit a like on that. You know, just hit the like button. Leave a comment in there. Let me know how y'all felt about the tracks. Which track that you guys are looking for me doing. And then if there's any other artists or any other albums that you guys want me to do or check out, just feel free to leave a comment. I know that a few people have left comments, and I haven't been getting to them. You know, life just been lifing, but I'm gonna try to get back into it. But, you know, just help me out. Just, you know, leave those comments. You know, let me know exactly which videos you guys want me to react to. Even if it's anything that's not rap, if it's just a funny video, or if it's any, like, what's it called, rap battles. You know, I was thinking about reacting to a couple of battle rappers, you know, that be doing their thing. There's a couple of them I want to check out, and you know, some probably gonna do that. Just leave a comment, leave a like, and hit that subscribe button if you're new, like I said earlier. And I'll check you guys out next video. Deuces.